So today I will teach you about assignment. I have already told you in my previous class that assignment is allocation of different jobs to different people. So let me work out one problem with you. So this is the question given to you. These A, B, C, A to E are mechanics or the people. Mechanics. Okay, okay. So this is the assignment problem. Assignment is the allocation of different jobs to different people. In this problem, A to E, these are the mechanics. Mechanics are the people whom we wanted to allocate jobs from 1 to 5. So these are and these are the cost 10, 3, 3, 2, 8. All these are all the matrix inside it. These are the cost. So now I'll tell you how to work out this problem. The question is given to you that you have to first determine optimal job assignment. Optimal job assignment. That means when it will be optimal when the people that means if you allocate different jobs to different people in such a way that your cost is minimum. And what is the optimal cost? That is the cost of assignment. Cost of assignment. You can give work to anybody else, but at that time your price cost may increase. So how to do this kind of job? It is practically useful in industries. So first we will start with, you see, this is a matrix of 5 into 5. I've already told you that in assignment your matrix should be number of rows, it should be equal to the number of columns. You can see that there are 5 people and 5 machines are there. So it is a balanced assignment problem. And here your n, small n, is for this problem, that is a solution. Small n, it is known as your order of matrix, and it is clearly visible that order of matrix for this problem is your 5. So here n is equal to, small n is equal to 5. Now step 1. What is the step 1? So first you will follow step 1. And step 1 means first you will do subtract smallest element of each row from all the elements in its row. So it means that you can see that each row is having, suppose we are consider, let me consider the first row. In this first row we have the elements 10, 3, 3, 2 and 8, and minimum out of this is your 2. So subtract, this is the smallest element, subtract the smallest element of each row from all the elements of its row. So now we will prepare the second new matrix. So again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the jobs, and now here your people starting from A, B, C, D, E. And here now, as we have seen, so we will, what we will do, 10 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 2 minus 2, 0, and 8 minus 2. In this way we will do for all the elements of each row. So here it will be your 8, 1, 1, here it was 2, so 2 minus 2, 0, and here it was 8, here it was your 8, 8 minus 2, 6. Similarly, we'll go to the second row. Second row out of 9, 7, 8, 2, 7. This again, this 2 is the, this 2, we are considering this 2. For this problem, you can see coincidentally this fourth column consists of all 2s. But we will be considering only this row wise smallest element. So here in this case, the smallest element is this 2. So subtract each element of this row by this element 2. So 9 minus 2, 7 minus 2, 8 minus 2, 2 minus 2 and 7 minus 2. So likewise 9 minus 2, it is your 7, it is your 5, it is your 6, it is your 0, and here it is your 5. Likewise, consider the next row. So here also it is a 2 is the minimum. So 7 minus 2, 5 minus 2, 6 minus 2, 2 minus 2 and 4 minus 2. So here it is your 5, 3, 4, 0, 2. Similarly for D row again it is this 2. This 2 is the minimum number. So it is 3 minus 2 is equal to 1, 5 minus 2, 3, 8 minus 2, 2 minus 2 and 4 minus 2. So here for D you will get 1, 3, 6, 0, 2. And next the last row, here the minimum element is your 6, this 6. So 9 minus 6, 3, 10 minus 6, 9 minus 6, 6 minus 6, 0, 10 minus 6. So if you perform all these subtractions, you will get 3, 4, 3, 0 and 4. So this is the step 1. Step 1 we have completed. Now go to the step 2. What is step 2? Same thing you will perform for each of the column. Step 2 is subtract smallest element smallest element of each of each column from all the elements in its column. So now you will consider this new column. You will forget about the initial one. So now you will consider this matrix, and here you will now do the same thing for column wise. For this column, minimum element is your 1. So smallest element is 1 for this column. First column, so subtract 8 minus 1, 7 minus 1, 5 minus 1, 1 minus 1 and 3 minus 1. Likewise, you have to do for each and every column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, D, E. So here, uh, so here it will be your 8 minus 1. So likewise, if you do it, it will be 7. It is 7. It is your 6. It is your 4. Here it will be your 0. And here it is your 2. Similarly, for second column, your minimum value is your 1. So here it will be 1 minus 1, 0. So here it is 0. Then again here you will get 4. Here 2. Here 2. Here 3. Similarly, for third column, again the smallest value is your 1. So 1 minus 1, your 0. Then you will get 5, 5, 3, 5, 2. Then for fourth column, it is your all zeros, so it will be your zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. For fifth column, your minimum value is your 2. So 6 minus 2, it is your 4, 3. This will be 0, 0, 2. So now we have performed the step 2. Now next we will go to the step 3. Step 3, draw minimum number of lines to cover all zeros, horizontal or vertical. Okay, see, this is the table given to you. So let me work out here again. A, B, C, D, E. It is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So same table I am repeating it here. 70004. Okay. 70004. Then 64503. Then 42300. 02500. 23202. This table I've just copied down. See, but there is a rule. The rule is that you have to draw the minimum. You can see there are so many zeros are there in this matrix. The rule is that you have to draw the straight line in such a way that you will cover all zeros, and those lines should be as minimum as possible. So how to do it? The thing is that first of all, so you will do the first row by scanning. See, in this first row, you can see there are three zeros, 1, 2, 3. If it is more than one zero means leave that row, go to the next row. In the second row, you can see that in the second row, how many zeros are there? Only one zero. If there is only one zero, circle that zero or mark that zero and but draw a straight line as per the corresponding column covering all zeros. You can see that like this. Similarly, this we have already covered it. See, for now we are going to the third row. In the third row, you can see that this I have already covered. There is only one zero. Row wise we are going. So there is only one zero. So if there is a one zero means you mark that row and but you will cross that column. Now fourth row we can see there is only 1 0, so mark that 0, but you have to cross as per that column. Similarly, for fifth row there is no other option. Now same thing you will repeat for a column wise. First column we have already existed. Second column you can see second column only 1 0 is there. 1 second, if there is only 1 0, then you will mark that column but you will cross that row. That means this zero has been already crossed. Now you can see that all zeros have been crossed. And how many number of lines we have drawn? 1, 2, 3, 4. So capital N stands for number of horizontal or vertical lines to cover all zeros. So here in this case it is 4. I'll repeat how I have marked these lines. First of all, first of all we will go for row wise scanning. Row wise scanning means if you will scan the first row. If first row, if it is having only 1 0, the row, that means which is having only one row, or the column which is only having the one row, that we are concerned with. So if in this first problem, that means the first row it has 3 zeros, so we have left that row. Then immediately we have moved to the second row second row second row also there was only 1 0 second row, so we have as it has only 1 0, I've marked that value in that row, but I've drawn the horizontal vertical line corresponding to that column. If you choose by rows, but you will draw the line as per the column. Similarly, column wise, you will go one by one column and you will see where you are having only 1 0, where you are concerned with only 1 0. That you will mark it down, but corresponding row you will draw the straight line. In this way, you have to in this way you have to draw the straight line covering all the zeros. You see, and then you will count how many straight lines you have drawn to cover all zeros. So here in this case, the capital N stands for the number of horizontal or vertical lines covering all zeros. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4. And however, the small n, that is the order of this matrix, is your 5. And you can see that 5. Small n is equal to 5. So your rule says that if your small n is equal to capital N, optimal solution can be made. Optimal solution can be made if n, small n, is greater than n. Here in this case it is small n is 5, small n is 4. Then what you will do? You will go to step 4. Go to step 4. So what is step 4? Subtract the smallest uncovered element from the remaining elements. This thing you will do, and add it add it to the element at the point of intersection of lines. So this is the rule. What it says, subtract the smallest uncovered element. You can see that these are the uncovered elements for this problem: 4, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2. and out of this 2 is the smallest one. 2 is the smallest one, so what you will do? Subtract the smallest uncovered element from the remaining elements. From the remaining elements, okay, so from this here, what you will do? 4 minus 2, 5 minus 2, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 2 minus 2, all these things you will do for all this uncovered element. And what you will add, you can see that intersection point of these are this is the intersection element 7 crossed. Here this 0 is the intersection element, this 4 is the intersection element. So what you will do for this intersection element, it is add to it the element at the point of intersection of element. That means for uncovered element you will subtract the minimum that subtract 2 for all these cases, and at the intersection element you will add. That means here it will be 7 plus 2, here it is 0 plus 2, here it is will be the 4 plus 2, but all these elements will remain same. That means this will be 6 4 0 2, here these will be 0 0 zeros. We are only concerned with the cross section or the intersection elements as well as uncovered elements. Other elements will remain same. So we'll prepare the new matrix now. 5. So our minimum element is 2. So here the first, this one will be your 7 plus 2, it will be your 9. This 0 will as it is 0, this 0 will as it is 0. So it is your 7 plus 2, it is 9, and then here this 0 will remain as it is, and here also this 0 will remain as it is. Again intersection element 0 plus 2, 0 plus 2, it will be your 2. Then this 4, 4 plus 2, it will be your 6. So new first row we have completed. Then here the 6 will remain as it is 6. This 4 we will subtract 2, 4 minus 2 and 5 minus 2. 4 minus 2, it is your 2, and 5 minus 2, it is your 3. Then next one, here this 0 will remain as it is and 3 will remain as it is, 0 and 3. Next we will go to the third row. Third row, this 4 will remain as it is. Then this 2 minus 2 0 and 3 minus 2 1. So it is 0 and 1. 0 1. Then here these will be 0 zeros. Then fourth row, this 0 will remain as it is, 0. Here 2 minus 2 0, 5 minus 2 3. 0 3. Here these two zeros will remain as it is. Then fourth row, this 2 will remain as it is. Work out. Now we will work out. See, row first we will go for the row wise row scanning. First row 2 zeros, so no, so ruled out. So we will now scan the second one. Second one 1 0. So we will mark this 0 and cut along this column, and this is the first line covering all zeros. Second case you can see 2 zeros, so no need, we cannot go for that. For third row also 3 zeros, no need. Then fifth row we are having 1 0. So 1 0 we are having, so we will mark this and we will cut along this column. So it is the second line. So now column wise scanning. In the first column there is 1 0. Yes, we needed only 1 0. So we will mark this 0 and draw a straight line along this row. So it is the third line. Then second column 2 zeros are there. So we will leave it. And third, then this is third, it is 1 0 is there. So this 0 we will circle it. So third column, so we will cut along this row. So this is the fourth line still. Then now column wise scanning we have done. Again we will go for the row wise scanning. Here first row we have only 1 0. So again, so mark this 0 and so you will cut along this column. Now this is 5. Now you can see all the zeros we have covered, and our capital N is equal to 5 and it is equal to your small n, order of matrix. So now this is the optimal solution. Now we can see the allocation. You can see job, we want to assign different jobs to different people. So that means machine 1, you can see machine 1, or machine 1 is allocated to, you can see that here machine 1 is allocated to mechanic D. Okay, so it is your D from this, that circle, that box we have made. Similarly machine 2 we have allocated to your mechanic A. Similarly, machine 3 or machine 3 is allocated to your mechanic E. 3 for E, and 4 is allocated to B. 4 is allocated to B, and fifth one is allocated to your C. C. So now we have assigned different jobs to different people. So what was asked in the question? Find the optimal sequence of allocation. So this is the optimal sequence of allocation. Part A. This is completed. Now what was the question? Now next second bit was you have to determine the minimum cost. Minimum cost for 1 is allocated to D. So go to the main question. 1 is allocated to D, cost of assignment. What is the cost of assignment? So D will charge rupees 3. So from this table you can get to know that, so 1D it is your rupees 3 plus 2A. 2A. 2A is also rupees 3. Then 3E. 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 E will charge rupees 9. E will charge rupees 9. Then 4B. 4 will charge rupees 2. Rupees 2. And 5C. What is the cost? 5 will take rupees 4. So add all it up, rupees 4. If you do all sort of adding, you will get rupees 21. This is the minimum cost. So in this way you have to work out. Let me recap all the steps. First of all, what you will do, first you will see whether what is the order of matrix. That is the first step. So after that you will subtract the smallest element of each row from all the elements in its row and prepare a new matrix. And be careful while doing it. Then if you have committed any mistake in the first step itself, means your all problem will go wrong. Similarly, next step, what you will do, subtract the smallest element of each column from all the elements in its column of considering the just previous matrix. Then you have to draw the minimum number of lines to cover all the zeros, and that is denoted by your capital N. Now you have to check, that is the most important part, how you will draw the minimum number of lines. First you will do by row scanning, and you are concerned with only one zero in each row. If you find one row in each row, mark that zero and cross the subsequent column. Likewise you will follow for each of the column, and likewise you will determine the minimum number of lines to cover all the zeros, and you will check whether your capital N is equal to your small n or not. If it is equal, it's well and good. That means whatever the squares, whatever the zeros you have marked out, that is the answer. If not, you will again repeat the previous steps. Not previous step, whatever you will do, out of the remaining non-covered elements, you'll find the smallest one. Those smallest elements you will be adding to the intersection element and subtracting from the uncovered element. These two things you will do. All other elements will remain same. So if in this case, if you'll commit any mistake, then you will get the answer wrong. So, and you will prepare a new matrix according to that. Then you will again compute capital N. If at this step your capital N is equal to N, then that is the answer. You make the allocation and then find out the minimum cost. So this is your balanced assignment problem. If suppose in there is another problem, I'm writing it down. In balanced assignment problem means number of rows is equal to number of column. Suppose it is given that machines are your A, B, C, D, E, and your jobs are, these are the machines, these are the mechanics. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is your 4, 3, 6, 2, 7, 10, 12, 11, 14, 16, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 8, 7, 6, 9, 6. So this is the problem. You can see that here this is an unbalanced assignment problem because number of rows is not equal to number of columns. So how can you determine it? So the first step is what you will do. You will make this assignment problem into a balanced one by adding, for this problem you can add one fictitious row having zero allocation. So fifth row you are preparing it by adding zero. If there have been any shortage in the column, mean that you will do for the column. Now you can see your n is equal to 5. Number of rows is equal to number of column. The same process you will repeat as I have told you in the previous one, and you can work it out. So I think you have understood this assignment problem and practice so that it will be very much clear to you.